Docking request accepted.
Good morning, New Eden! Today is May 25th, 2025, and this is the Federation Frontline Report. I'm your host, Frozen Fallout, and my co-hosts today are Samson.
Hey, good morning, New Eden. How we all doing? Shake and bake
You know what? I fucked up. You were muted. Do it again. Do it again. You gotta do it again. Do it live.
Take two.
You gotta do it live, man. Hold on. God damn it.
Were you muted or was just I muted?
Nope, I was muted. You were.
Okay.
I was not muted. You were.
No,
muted.
I was. You was. I was. You was.
I am you and you
I
are
am
me.
you and you are me. And I. Damn it. Good morning, New Eden. Yeah. I was just referring to my dirty shake and bake hat, but Frozen ruined it, so that just ruins the whole fucking show. Man.
All that
whole
pre-show
show.
down the toilet.
Well,
why
you
do we
were
why do we
making
why
all
do we
these
rehearse
noises
this thing?
before the show started.
Why do we rehearse this? Yeah.
What
We
was
don't.
even the point of rehearsing?
Why
Why we
don't.
don't?
In the pipe, 5x5.
Night Flyer, how's it going, man?
Good morning, everybody. Frozen, I am doing great. There has been so much stuff going on in the Warzone since we wrapped up FanFest and the Madison meetup.
Oh my.
Player in his 50s.
I'm really excited to get talking about that. Before we start getting into that, though, I do want to mention the community beat that had a nice little write-up for the Madison meetup. I wish they would have used the group photo and not.
I could pull that photo up.
Lunch, but it was such and again, what a great time. E-Fest, like FanFest in Iceland, was fantastic. We talked about that last week, and then the Madison meetup to follow. Again, just such a great turnout. I just saw my wife, like how how like the social aspect of this game is. Just something I think is just makes it so much different than any other game that
the meta.
So,
oh yeah,
it's just so much fun. The whole tie-in, like pre-game, we're out in Fleet and we're trying to take this system, and literally just like for the last hour of just talking shit,
hour,
moderating stuff.
Yeah, for the last two. So I've been streaming for 2.5 hours
for the
now,
hour.
And I've gotten 6 kills. Like I've gotten some really fun little fights, and like they like come in and save people that are plexing.
We caught a hook bill
like that. We caught a little gate camp on the gate camp that we did, the little gate camping that we were doing. But one of the things I really do like about being in these like little siege fleets is that you've got all of these like different fleets running around, like smaller individual squads actually like running around doing plexes, and it's it could be way more organized, but it's not. It's just people going out plexing. Sometimes you're a couple of you are in a plex, somebody comes in on you, they've got buddies, you've got buddies, everybody's kind of
we've got buddies,
everybody's like chaotically coming in to save each other. And a lot of stupid shit happens. It's very advantageous.
I honestly have to be drunk to be on Galmail comps. They drive me nuts. I love them all. I love them.
I love it personally because it is chaos incarnate for sure. It's
but Frozen knows me when we're in a fleet and shit goes down. I just start yelling over him.
Oh yeah.
Jump. Warp to CAD. I want to talk about that kill when we get to it.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was cool. anyways.
But yeah, so
Sorry,
let's kind of go over a little bit of this. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of shrink our heads down. Are you okay?
I'll be right back.
You're gonna die.
I'll be back
No,
up.
he's gonna die. He's dying.
Uh-oh.
No, we lost him. He's dead.
Ah!
All right. Well, we're gonna shrink. We're gonna shrink ourselves here to be little itty bitty people top here, and kind of take you a look around here as to like what's going on, because this is kind of crazy. In the last last 14 days, everything is basically changed in the Warzone here. So just kind of looking down at it. So when I returned from FanFest, I remember that Helios was Kaldari, owned by the Kaldari. Was last thing that I remember. Like, it had fell as soon as I got home. So I thought that was really interesting. That while we were away, we were holding the line at like a Boone and Devon. But they had been able to push all the way into Helios and Indragal, and Fleet was taken over, and I think they might have even got Murthand or something for a little while. But then, they even got Old Man.
They had the way back.
Yeah, they had Old Man Star, because that's when we started. So May 11th, basically just after our party, we reinvigorated the Galente.
Yeah.
We showed them that the people love us and they want to hang out, and there was I heard there was a lot of people during FanFest that there was like a bunch of moving of people, and there's more invigoration into the Galente more than ever now, and it's really showing.
Hell yeah.
We took Old Man Star on May 11th. We took Indragal and Alderneti, and Hevris. Hevris actually looks like it was owned by the Garistas. They were able to capture that for a short time, and so we took that. We lost Hevris. Which makes sense because that's much more of like the back zone area, I want to say. Hevris.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's in the weeds.
Where the fuck is Hevris?
Yeah, it's floodplain. Oh, it's way to the south. It's like second from the last. In the far south.
Far south.
I don't go outside of Black Rise.
Hevris. Hevris over here. Interesting. So there must have been some weirdness going on there, because then we lost that. Let's see here. Negamenon fell to us on the 14th.
Yeah, which was sad because we almost flipped it prior to FanFest, and then totally lost all the groundwork we'd done on that. We'd lost by the time FanFest was over. So for us to come back is just another reason why we're pretty on. But again, it's Kaldari has fallen into our trap, and they don't even know it. That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah, because
I know that we ended up taking Fleet back, Devon, Negamenon. We now have Hazmajala and Otto, and Aranako just fell recently. Anato, I think, was a recent fall. I know that the North as well is doing really well up here.
Frog Pond up there has been putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, Vivalier is back under solid control. We've taken all the way up to their special stupid fucking gate that they got up here.
Athunin.
Yep. So we've got the Athunin system. It's ours now. And so Negamenon is under assault, but not really under threat. It's at 6.7%. However, one little figure right here, 98.9% contested for the Galente.
Ooh.
We're reporting live on the siege of Sugerento. It is coming.
Siege
it
of
is
Siege.
falling. It is
Siege
the
of
end
Siege.
of Suge as you know it. And there is even a push and effort that's going to be made on Tamai here in order to lock out Sugerento. From my understanding, the Kaldari have already moved themselves into Hysteria. And so there is, we saw multiple capitals leaving Sugerento over the last week. And so yeah, it has been an interesting last week here where we've been able to push the Kaldari, and we were able to have a lot of fun with different things. Now, I do want to throw it over to Samson, though, to talk about what happened on Wednesday, because we got into a little bit of scraps with the Kaldari. Nothing, like we did a little gate camping. We had a little fun there. But then Gwen had a brilliant idea that he had brought forth to me before Fleet. Do you want to explain like how this all happened? What did you learn, and why did you make it so fun for us that night?
So what happened, Frozen, and by the way, I'm fine. I just inhaled a bunch of water, and thankfully I spat it all out on my shirt and shorts, so I am good. And it's nice because it's hot today, so that cooled me off quite a bit. Didn't choke, just choked a little bit. All right, so Wednesday night, we were having a little bit of trouble with the Kaldari. There was just like massive, stupid fleets of bullshit. There was one multi-boxer with like a dozen drakes, and that was already more than what we had. But then there was like a full like frig fleet, I think like assault frig or something like that, and then there was like another like, cruiser fleet, and we just couldn't really do much with them. We had to kind of leave if more than one of those fleets showed up, and they were showing up. Surprise, surprise. It's almost like we're being spied on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean they're always streamed, so we're always spying on ourselves. So
I don't believe that. We would never do that to ourselves.
Earlier that day, I had been in a Spectre fleet and realized that there was a Thera connection, a Thera hull in Evangir, my home system. So that was interesting. I'd never, my entire time living there, and it's been what, like 2 years, 3 years? How long have we lived in Evangir? I'm not even sure.
Like 3 years, yeah, 3 or so years now.
I have not seen a Thera connection there. So for the first time in a long time, we had a Thera connection. So I went on I believe it was some kind of like spearfishing, not spearfishing, but like a whale hunting Spectre fleet. And we made it out to pandemic space, and they weren't playing either. So maybe that was foreshadowing. They were like, hey, we got a couple of Arazus, but then we just had to leave because we were in assault frigs and we were just getting dropped on constantly. And so we went back. I didn't know. I was, as a pirate, I'm already waiting in Thera for those fleets because they say form up in Jita or whatever. I'm not going to form up in Jita. I'm like 10. So I was already in Thera, and I took the Evangir Thera hull. I wasn't sure if that was the one that they took because it's usually one closer to Cheetah, but apparently that was the one they took, or at least it was the one we were taking back to get back home. And so we were all kind of like, yeah, we didn't get much. Oh well, too bad. And then someone goes, "There's a gate camp in Evangir," and I was like, "Oh no," because our friends, the goats, were camping there, and so Spectre fleet came in and wiped out their camp. I hoarded on one of their ships. I didn't warn them because it was NPSI, but I Diplo replaced their entire fleet, SRP'd their fleet because they were good sports about it. So from that earlier, I've already went and like way past my time. Frozen's like, dude, you're like 10 minutes over.
No, you're good.
He's texting me right now. He's texting me right now, telling me I see it. He's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. No, so we were having trouble back to speed up to Wednesday night's fleet. we're having trouble with Kaldari. And I'm like, bro, let's just take. We had like a dozen almost. How many do we have? Yeah, we had like a dozen thrashers, which is a perfect amount for a lot of things. And I was like, bro, there's a Therahole next door. Let's go. So we went next door, went in the Therahole. We ended up in Catch, which is funny because that's exactly where I believe I was earlier, or I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm lost now. My brain's not working. But I'll share this little bit here, the screen here for you. Don't mind the Amazon ad.
Yeah, so this was
So then-
one of the coolest, like straight out of a movie type kind of.
It was like one or two jumps from the in hole to Catch, and got to go all the way down to the bottom here because you're gonna see this. Can I zoom up? Can I zoom in on it? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Yeah, this works. This works. There it is. Look at that. What is that right there?
That's the little
That's like-
engine
wait.
that could, man.
That's not even a Helios. Hold on.
No, that's a Helios. Click on it. It's a Helios.
Oh, it
just
is.
doesn't have
Oh,
that
it doesn't
too.
show the Tech 2 for some reason. Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
well, the Helios is stealthy, man. Like,
Well, that's broken. Thanks, Ezekiel. But this is a battle Helios. CAD and a battle Helios is like talking about a Tenku and a Vedmak, and then he's like, "Hey, like I think this is this here. I think I can scan this guy down. He's talking, and we're sitting on the gate, and one jump over, and then he's like, I was like, well, wait, is it the Tengu or Vedmak? He's like, it's Vedmak, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden he's like, he's just sitting here by himself out in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody else in the system. Should I scram him? I'm 10 off. Yes! Fucking scram him! I was like, jump. Everybody work to cat. And
I love that he was like, okay, so as soon as he declosed, he's like, okay, he's not doing anything. Uh-oh.
yeah.
He's moving away. He's nuding me. And then we all
Yeah.
land and we just start pelting, and it's like, are you alive, cat? And he's like, yep, I made it. Like the
No, we took no
little hero.
losses.
Yeah, no losses. You know, and then
the
we got
battle
our
Helios,
asses
Helios.
handed to us. You know, which was, and I kind of fucked up. I should have.
We got a flycatcher first.
On.
It was somebody's friend.
Yeah, there was some other weird thing that happened too for a little bit, but yeah, we got a little bit of kills there. Then, we got like a few kills throughout the night. You know, overall,
Yeah,
you know, like
that's
with
you on
that
the
as,
final
like,
blow.
Like little cherry on top. So that was a lot of fun, and it has been really interesting to see, you know, the Warzone kind of evolve the way that it does. Even without, there's no reason to really own space besides maybe kick people out. Like now that they moved out of Sujarento and they've moved into Hysteria, so
Mm-hmm.
moving into Hysteria for tripping those guys, that's going to be a huge kind of flip over of you know, we can't kick them out. So, you know, the one thing is that even with like owning a space not meaning much, it is a sense of pride, I think, for the Galente, because I'm actually an advocate of pull everything back to Hey Die Less. Let's just keep the fighting in the front lines
absolutely.
on Hey Die Less.
I'm an advocate of have all the shit going on next door to my home system, so I can easily.
You know, I'm
we
not
can easily
here
just
to
adopt.
win the war.
I want
Because I
more
know there is no
people coming
winning
through
of
my
this
gate.
war. This is a forever war. This is different. This isn't World War One or World War Two. This isn't like some like kick the goons out of space or like remove, you know, my bitter rival from the board. You know, this is not a life or death situation. This is a playground of Valhalla of death and destruction and mayhem. And where do I want that mayhem and death and destruction to be happening? On my fucking doorstep. Like, so anyways, let's go ahead and also switch over to the kill board. Speaking of death, mayhem, and destruction, Nightflyer, do you want to take us through the top 10 players in characters in the Galente?
I would love to, except I don't have Zkill up, so.
Oh.
I have it up, and you can look on the
Can
stream.
you come back to me?
Yeah, can you come back to me?
Stream. If you click on the stream, it'll show it.
Anyways, I'll do it though. So we got Killer Rasta at 156 kills for first place. Blue Tudor for 151 kills at second place. Lucian Lockhart at 135 kills in third place. Elements Tribber is
Amantius.
Tribbers.
Or Amantis, yeah.
Triber. Amantius.
Something like that.
Something words, 131 at fourth place. Fuzzidude at 125 kills. Springer at 124 kills. Rukia Hazmazu at 117 kills. Dash Zap Bod Arrower at 110 kills. Wild Necros at 105 kills, and Pete Zach Nanasis Assassin at 100 and
These
just
people
100
have names,
kills.
man.
Yeah, there's some interesting names out there. From now on, I might just call you by your first name, to be honest, if I have to ever see his goddamn character once again. You're just gonna if you get a complicated name, I'm just gonna make up a nickname for you. Especially for the Kaldari, because I'm just gonna make up names for the Kaldari half the time. But what are our top corporations? Who wants to take that? Class, Bueller.
I can go for
Bueller.
it. Top Bueller. Top corporations for Galente. We have in number 1 the Frog Pond, 452. That's first place. The Federal Defense Union, really close, 436 in second. That's the NPC Corp. Death Metal Frogs, third place, 310. Battle Toad Brigade, 263. Love me some Battle Toads. Fleet Pizza Delivery, we know them, 244. Noir, 235. That's almost entirely Amantis Triber. Just saying. Frog Team 4 coming in. Let me do some math here. 7th place, 188. Novus Galentia Archangeli, 163 in 8th place. Zeman Industries, 142. 9th. Get Good Inc. You spelled it wrong. It's supposed to be G-U-D. Get Good Incorporated, 141 kills, and rounding out the top 10 in 10th place.
All right, Nightflyer, you want to take us through the top 10 alliances?
You got this.
I would love to. All right, in first place is a Ribbit, 774 of Essence. In second place with 375. Shadow Cartel, welcome back to the Warzone, 354. The Initiative,
Hosting us
that
too.
can't be right. Galente United,
I'm responsible for that. I've been gate camping within it, guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's right.
So we got
Snot.
we got
back.
to
And again, they've been bouncing around the faction warfare between the other mills and come back to Gal Mills. So they're at 151.
Yeah, we got to sit with them
six.
and have dinner. They had dinner with the Pope, and we had dinner with the Pope on the side.
Yes, that's true. At the
Pope joined the
steakhouse.
Snot cult right there. They initiated him into the cult of Snot, and there you were. Dead Pixels Inc. at 125, tied with Wrecking Machine Dot at 125. Ninth
Wow.
place, and then rounding out the last spots are tied is Quaif Liberation Front and
Interesting.
the Food Network with 95.
Yeah, we didn't even make the top 10 anymore. We're
Yeah,
we're
but to be fair, we've been
slacking.
busy.
We have
Yeah.
been busy.
Well,
We've been
we've
busy.
been playing the meta game. We're behind the scenes. We're pulling levers.
We gotta
Yeah.
catch up,
We don't
survive.
need to-
Planning,
We gotta get
planning
back after
teams.
FanFest.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
But
now
I will
that
say
you guys
this,
are all fucking
we are-
rich with your Plex.
It's like 100. Yeah, I
True.
plexed all 3 of my accounts again with my wheel winnings, and I still have 1,000 plex left over. Thank you very much. Only cost me $20. Hell yeah, that's a deal. If I ever saw one.
That's
I didn't get
Uh,
Flex, but I did get a backpack, which I actually used this weekend. So
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
get
it was a nice
Plex.
backpack.
a computer bag.
That is
so
a
it's
cool
nice.
backpack. I do have to say.
But it was a what is it? Not a sympathy. They felt bad for you, so they gave you a backpack.
Yeah.
You failed so bad.
did.
You were
They did.
so terrible with your spins.
Yeah.
You got a high five at the end, and they were like, "Oh, we'll give him
Yeah,
a backpack."
I got like I got a skin, so I started.
It was
off good,
yeah,
and
it was a sympathy backpack.
I love the call, a high five, and then like I can't remember what the last one was, 1,500 ever marks or something like that. And the guy's just like, wah wah. Here, take this. I started crying a little bit.
You know, you gotta shed the tears a little bit. So let's go through the little ships that could here for the Galente. Not surprising, the Federation Navy Comet, best fucking ship in the game. You know, I do have to say that we don't have a lot of big ticket items, but we do have 2 of the really cool, like we have some really cool ships that do their things. Like the VNI is kind of cool, the ENI is kind of cool, the Fed Navy Comet is really cool. Like it just, and it's versatile. It does different. You have blasters or rails. There's different fits for it, different reasons to have it fit for different things. You can get like 3 to 4 kilometers overheated with a micro warp drive if you're not putting any plate or anything, or if you try and make it even go fast. It goes fast, man.
You get 2,000 overheated in an afterburner. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, exactly. So Federation Navy Comet at 481 kills. Then we've got the Executor Navy issue at 458 kills. The Catalyst Navy issue at 393 kills. Then we have the Omen Navy issue at 265 kills. We've got a Kaldari Navy Hookbill. Interesting, see you guys using the enemy's
pretty high up.
weapons. 199
Hey, it's a good ship.
kills.
I'll admit it. It's a good ship.
It is
and
a
I
good
like
ship.
killing
It is a really good
I've
ship.
killed it a lot.
I've killed it a lot too with my Federation Navy Comet. I have a lot of fun. They're the ones that I have to play. You kind of have to be like a cat that plays with it first for like, you know.
You gotta
like,
pretend.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. Oh, no,
You got me.
No. Damn, this sucks. Now you're dead. And then the Thrasher Fleet issue at 172 kills. And lots of battles happening inside of Plexus, so our NPCs have definitely got themselves on some good kills there. But let's look at, and if you want to, Samson, go over the systems real quick. Just where are the hot systems for the Galente?
Yeah, hot systems for Galente right now in Galente space. We have Aldranet at 551 in first place. Sugerento, the Siege of Siege, 400. Sargento also 442 second place. Villarreal 357 in third place. Naga 293 kills. Onato 197. Thuanen 114, tied with Hasmi or Hasmajala 114. Ivalion 111. Aboon 110, and Tanlin 104. That's the top 10 for systems for the Gal Mills.
All right, let's go to the top real quick here, and just how many members do we have according to the kills? Like, so we've got characters.
Do you want to hit kills?
Let's stay on this one real quick here. Or
all right, make click back.
Yeah, that's
all right, you're good.
Yep. So characters 661. and we have 6,448 kills. So there's almost a one. Every character that is in the militia has gotten 1 kill. Let's go over to kills though and take a look at that, where it actually kind of breaks it down to see how many killers do we have. We have only 465 killers, for a total of 4,072 kills. Let's go over to the Galente and kind of compare that over. So once again, it's almost a one for every 10.
We are in the Galente.
Sorry, the Kaldari. Go over to the Kaldari and let's just compare that real quick here. So 1,200 fucking characters, twice as many that way. Go to killers though. So what happens when we put them on killers? They go down quite a bit to 752, or 757, and they only have 5,371 kills, much less on a per character, per killer, per PvPer basis. They get many less kills per character.
We got a sub. Thank you for the sub. B-Task,
thank you so much. 8 months in a row. That is so fucking awesome. Thank you so much, dude. But yeah, so I mean, I just want to point that out, that that's how fucking badass the Galente are. Is that we are punching above our weight. We are outnumbered. Not quite 2-1, but we are outnumbered. But we kill more per pound. So there's we might not be owning the most amount of space. I mean, 49-41 looks pretty fucking good to me at this point. Comparatively, when you look at those numbers, 757 PvPers. I mean, a lot of them, granted, are 0.0s, people that are just using this for money and not PvP, which is I'm almost okay with nerfing the income of faction warfare to make it more about the PvP aspect.
How about we just nerf the fucking enlisted people?
Yeah, I would be down with that too. There should be
or the opposite. Or no, you know what? The opposite of that, because that's kind of shitty. What we should do is
the opposite.
Fucking faction warfare corporations should get a bonus.
Yes, okay, that kind of
don't remove what we're already getting. Like don't fucking do that. But like enlisted people won't be part of a corporation that gets some kind of a bonus. And maybe the bonus is more corporation based rather than like individual based. Like if people who donate, this is just a random thought, I don't know why, but like people who donate to their corporation, and it's a corporation, that's a player-owned corporation, maybe the Galente militia like matches 4%, like a fucking 401k or something. I don't know.
The cormorant Navy issue on the switch station.
Like the taxes for people in the NPC corps. Yeah, that could be. Yep. And you have to fight to get the real money. That would be really nice too, where it was there was some kind of PvP centric kind of activity, that was, if there, I mean, you can make some okay money. I mean, Samson's made some decent money off of just shooting people in the face. Anyways, let's go on to the top 10 characters though. Who wants to do that? I'm not doing it this time.
I got it. I did. So we do the top 10 killers for Kaldari, the Kaldari State. In first place, we have Major Scythe with 233 kills. Extreme Death, second place, 210. Galen 2 instead of Galente, I guess. 196 in third place. Lazlax 176. I've seen them around a few times recently. They just got blapped by our friends the Goats at the Evanger Gate camp, which I'm actually really happy about. Now I have like friends that are camping the gate and I can join them. I'll get like a little gate camp. I'm not always by myself anymore, which is nice. Avar in 5th place, 173. Seba 380, 128. Matteo Sema 124. Bad Kiss 123. Corvus,
Never heard of that guy.
second to last, bro. Get good. Come on, man.
Don't even like him.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I love that guy. He's really fucking fun.
I
to hang
went
out with.
and
He's
spammed him
a
so
He's
much
awesome.
at
It really
FanFest.
is. We had to, yeah,
Corvus is a hell of a lot of fun to hang out with in person.
yeah.
He's a
for real.
cool dude. Eyelashes for days. I said it.
Eyelashes
And I'm just
for days.
he's kind of a pretty man. And then we have Taylor Estimer rounding out at 118 in the top 10. A lot of really close together, right? Like they're all really close together. Actually, let's see here. I just want to. Okay, yeah, they're a little bit higher. Okay, I see you. But Gwen's coming back, and I promise she's gonna beat these people. Fucking 200 something, that bullshit. Anyways, top corporations. Night Flyer, do you want to give us the top corps in Kaldari?
Yep. Number 1 with 555 kills is the United Kaldari Navy. Number 2, Kaldari Black Hand with 349 kills. Carnage with a K, 335 kills in 3rd place.
And all
Limited
caps.
Defense Corporation, 311 for all the information. We got Mercury Arms Inc. with 296, tied with the State Protectorate, the MPCs, at 296. Duty Dot.
You're getting all the ties. You're getting all the ties.
I know, right? So Duty Dot at 233. Sheriff Dot at 197. Terrifying Eggplant, of course.
I like that name.
It's not a bad name. 190 kills in 9th place, and rounding up their top 10 is Halo, United Nations Space Command, with 184 kills.
All right,
Frozen.
and let's go ahead and take a look at the top alliances here. And so our and was Trip on the top 10? Did I miss?
No.
He was
Nope.
not. Wow.
Trix was not.
Or Tricks. I always Trip and Tricks.
Either or.
Either or, you know.
I honestly haven't seen Trix in a while. It's been a few fleets since we've seen Trix.
But the United Kaldari Space Command at 649, the Kaldari Tactical Operations Command at 536, Fraternity being backed by one of those big alliances is at 410. I like how the initiative is also in it's towards the bottom. I just want to kind of point out though that they've got like Brave Collective, Pandemic Horde, Initiative, Goon Swarm. Like,
You know, we've also been flying with Init people and Pandemic Horde people, but not so much Frat or Brave or Absolute Glory. I kill them a lot. Or Goons even. Apart from technically, a lot of us are former.
Ishuk Rata Enforcement Directive at 347, Goon Swarm at 296, Ghost Birds at 296, Brave Collective at 276, Absolute Glory at 248, Initiative at 225, Pandemic Horde at 207. So obviously they're going to use
I'm
one
starting
of the
to like
ships.
the Pandemic. I like the Pandemic people more. We hung out with a lot of them.
They we got to hang out with them a lot at Vegas, and then we got to hang out with more
Vegas,
more FanFest. And they were
like I didn't hang out with Delana at all at Vegas, but like I think we all hung out with Delana in FanFest.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so the Executor Navy issue, not a surprise, one of the best ships ever created by mankind. Not a great moneymaker, but still a great ship to have access to and be able to build blueprints. So that's why you
definitely very common.
So
But,
Exterior Navy
what the
issue,
fuck is that?
366 kills. The Osprey Navy issue at 340
That's
kills.
the enemy ship.
Yeah, that's yeah, they're falling into our trap.
Or
Kaldari-
we're the enemy ship. Sorry, we're on Kaldari. We're the opposite. Yeah,
Yeah,
Exterior
exactly.
Navy is first.
Exterior Navy issue.
Yeah, they know. See, even the Kaldari,
Yeah,
even though the squids
they
know
know
that the
that
frogs,
are-
the frog ship is superior.
It is. And then we've got the Imperial Navy Slicer, 260 kills. Ares, so this is because they're a bunch of fucking 0.0 bitches. 242 kills. So, like, if you take that out, I bet you if you go down to, like, who's killing in the war zone, like, we're killing in the war zone. Like, there should be a whole thing that just, like, what is, just in the war zone. And anyways, maybe we could build our kill board to do that eventually. Ares at 242 kills. Ferox Navy issue at 226 kills. Ferox at 168 kills. Catalyst Navy issue, because we rock, 166 kills. And last but not least, but kind of least, the Kaldari Navy issue, Caracal Navy issue, Kaldari, the Crackle, 162 kills. Who wants to go over the top 10 systems?
I'd love to.
Oh, are you going to be able to pronounce all these French names?
Oh,
They're the same ones. They're the exact same ones we were just talking about.
Not,
the first three, at least.
Because it's 0.0, there's a little bit of a difference. Not much.
Yeah, yes, but the first three are, I mean, it makes sense because it's the Kaldari, Galente, Warzone. But the first three are the same for...
We're fighting them, they're fighting us.
Surprise,
Ow,
surprise. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm on a gate. Hold on a second.
No.
Stop playing while you're fucking doing the show.
We're about to bash. I need a bash.
Are we bashing? Should I log in?
Yeah, I have to go get a bashing ship.
So. We have to bash Frozen. We can continue the show, but we got to bash.
We got it.
Yeah, go bash.
All right, first system. Alternetti, Suggerento, and Villarreal. They're top three. Then they go out to Nullsec Space with UDV, W, Tech. I'm going to say an O, Doctor. I don't know. Close enough with 212 kills. Nanamilia with 210. Oix.
Dude,
they kept calling it Oichex.
It's OICX.
I love it.
Yeah. OICX, Oix, or Oichex, apparently will accept.
Oichex. All are correct answers.
I was amused by Oichex, though, I will say.
Above.
Hold on, jumping gates. Nagamanin is in our 7th with 159.
Did you pronounce it correctly?
Get it to me. Give it to me.
Give it to me. Get it to me.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Get it to me.
That is
all right. I don't even know where that's at.
That's a weird.
Avalon with 117. And back out to Nullsec with E3. OI Tech U with 104.
Bunch of cheaters going out to 0.0 to get their kills.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, yeah, we would never. The Federation Frontline Report has never been to 0.0.
No, we never
didn't just talk about it on our show. Go back 30, 20 minutes ago. We were just talking about it. Took a whole lot to 0.0. Anyways, yeah, no, that was good times, man. Things have been going really good in the war zone, and we have a lot of really cool interviews that are going to be coming up soon. So I know that we are going to be doing an interview with CCP Burger, which is going to be a really weird interview. It's going to be special.
Well, he's going to reverse interview.
Yeah, he's going to interview us, but we're going to take him out on a fleet first, and then we're going to be interviewed by him. So yeah, so it's going to be a fun little time. And
yeah, I'm really hoping I can make that one because
the-
of stupid work.
fuck work, man. You just tell them to shut up.
No, right? Stupid.
Responsibilities, like you're an adult or something.
I hate that. I hate being an adult. I don't want to do it anymore.
It's so stupid.
I just want to keep playing my video games.
It's silly, isn't it?
But we also have Crash Naps, I know, is going to be coming on. And I believe you got a guest that you were able to finagle into all of this. Or am I mistaken? Is there? I think somebody else has got a.
Who's
guest.
you?
I don't know. One of you two. I thought it was you. Just got CCP Burger.
I got CCP Burger. I got Morty Snurd. He wants to be on the show at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Crash Naps coming up. We got
Gaston. I don't know.
Gaston, I don't know, man. That's interesting proposition. You know, we'll have to. Your guys will have to talk to our guys. To have to talk to your guys. To talk to our guys. But yeah, let's definitely open up communications there. But yeah, one of the things that I know we keep on talking about this, but eventually I do want to get to the point where one of the things I want to do is a little bit of news in the beginning and then do an interview, or we just do all news. So we're a news show. And we can, be a little bit more newsy, but with an, late night talk show kind of feel, so.
Yeah, we still want to be entertaining. We just want to keep the, as we call them, our campfire conversations shows kind of down to a minimum, where we're, really talking about the game, talking about faction warfare specifically, because that's our thing. That's what we do.
That's what we
That's
do.
why we're here.
Yeah, we have got to.
Is that what this is about? This is a faction warfare podcast?
Well, yeah, when we're not talking about
couldn't
book club or cooking.
All the time.
Yes.
Yeah. But besides cooking, well, we might be a cooking show.
We got book club, cooking, and then comes.
I could do cooking. I'll head up the cooking side of that.
All right. Good.
I like cooking.
Done.
It's a food show. Yeah.
I only came for the campfire shit. All right.
99.9 in Suge. Come bash and Suge with us. Come bash and Suge.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out what I want to bring.
I have a Kiki in system, so that's what I'm going to bring.
All right.
Kikis
well,
are good
so
for
I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things on up a little early here, but I think we started a little early, so we should be actually pretty good on time here. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to fly safe out there, but also make sure to fly free.
And dangerously.
And recklessly.
Fly dangerously.
Yep.
Recklessly.
Fly stupid, die stupid. That's my motto.
Fly drunk. Fly drunk.
Just fly drunk too. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Night. Wherever you are.
Good night,
wherever
New
you're
Eden.
listening.
Good night, New Eden.
Good night, New Eden.